Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video, and this is kind of an unusual one. I'm actually doing a 3x12 insert. I actually DIY'd these a while ago because I didn't have what I needed, so I took some old page protectors, cut them down, and just punched holes in them to make them work for what I wanted. So now I have what I need. So don't be afraid to DIY something if you need it. So for this one, these are pictures from Philadelphia, and we stayed at an Airbnb apartment, and right across the street was this lovely French bakery. And so we landed early in the morning, day one. So day two, we got up early and went over to the bakery. So you can see like the lights were still on, the sun was just coming up. We went over to pick out our breakfast to have a little bit later and to get some coffee because we really needed to wake up. So you can see the beautiful interior of the bakery there. It was so gorgeous, very, very small, but gorgeous. And the building was even beautiful on the outside. So we wanted to showcase it. And then I have some pictures from the case there. Look at those yummy items. And then they had a business card, and I decided to cut it down a little bit. I didn't care for, actually, no, it wasn't a business card. It was a brochure. And I cut part of it off just so that it would have this to look like a business card. Kept the little baguette there. So I have to find a card where I can add this to it. This needs a background because it's a little bit too small. And then I have to have a flip in there. And I know I have a card somewhere in my Philly stuff that looked like it either had a croissant on it or a tart or some kind of breakfasty item. So I'm going to go through my cards and see if I can find that and decide if it'll work here. I was right. I did have a card. So love it. It's got the croissant. It's got coffee, which is perfect. Now, the only part I'm not super thrilled about is that it says gathered around the table together. Well, we were when we went back to our apartment, but you don't really see that here. But whatever. I'm going to use it because the color works pretty well. Even though this is kind of orange, it kind of works with the street light there and with some of the items in the case. So I think I'm going to be okay with that. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put this in the back. By the way, this is for the card on the other side. That's not for this layout. It just happens to be there already. So I think I'm going to put that one in the back. This will actually be in the middle, and this will probably be on top. If I switch up anything, I might change it to kind of be, oops, like that. You see the name in all of them, which I guess is fine. I'm just trying to break up the color a little bit, so I'll mess around with it as I go. Well, I've actually decided to mix it up and actually put the journaling card on top. I thought maybe 3 photos was too much. This breaks it up nicely, I think. And then you'll see those behind it. So I think I'm going to do that. So this is fine. I need a background for this and a background for this. So I think that's my next step. Because I have that light blue in the top photo, I've decided to go with this. This is the other side of the card, and I have no idea what set I got this from or where it came from, but I love this side. Because I've got that blue and actually a little bit of green in the trees there, I think it'll work well. And I love how the black jumps out and then the dark red kind of maroon there. I love it. So I'm probably going to do it just like this and put it right in the middle. I may put another embellishment on there, but maybe not. For the other card that's going to go in the middle there, I found this one. And normally I would want to keep that and journal on it, but since I'm going to have journaling here, I don't really need that. So I think what I'm actually going to do is cover it up kind of like this and leave some space at the bottom where I can stamp, because this will actually flip up and be like that. And that's kind of fun. You know what? Actually, now I'm wondering, should I go this way so that I can stamp at the top and it'll be further away from this? Yes, I think that's probably the better option. So I'll do that for that one. I'll glue that down and then decide what I want to stamp. All right, so I have my container of all my stamps that are related to food or drinks in here. And if you've never seen one of these, I bought it at scrapbook.com, and I can't remember if they make it or if it's a different company, but that's where you get them. But all of these open up, and then I can fit 2 clear stamp sets back to back in there, which is awesome. So if you're interested, that's where you can find those. Now I'm going to go through here and pick out my stamp. So I found this set, which is an old one by Kelly Perky. This is back when she was still with Hero Arts, so it doesn't have an official name, just a number. It says Hero Arts. It looks like it says CL814. So if you're looking for it, that's what it is, but it's very old. And I love it because it says Bon Appetit. So it's actually very Frenchy French. So I'm going to put that right on there. Now that I have that done, I'm thinking about embellishing. And since I have this kind of yellowy orange here in both of these cards, but not really here, I should probably try to find some kind of an embellishment that has that color. This is very orange, plus I have yellowy orange here, so I've got that covered, but I feel like I just need it somewhere down here so that it looks like it's cohesive. So when I pulled out my stash of stuff here, I have these chipboard stickers from Citrus Twist, and this one is orange and it says more of this, which is pretty perfect. I also have this one that says just this. If it were just a phrase, I wouldn't mind it, but I don't really like that there's an arrow there because it's pointing basically to nothing since this is only a 3x12 layout. So I don't think that's going to work. So I think it's going to be this one. And I think I will put it right down here. There's kind of some dead space behind the counter where they had like some shirts that you could buy that had their name on it. I don't really care about that. So if I kind of cover that up, you'll still see the name, you'll still see the beautiful lights, and I think it'll work well. While I'm looking at this, I do think I need something on this top photo because otherwise the only embellishment I'll have will be the chipboard that's at the bottom. So I think maybe I'm going to hang something off the top, maybe a half circle of some kind, maybe a tab if I could find one that had the right color or design. So I'm going to look through my stuff again and just see if I can match something nicely. When I pulled out a bunch of my just sort of blank tabs and labels and things, these all have images on them or words in some way. I found this one and I was just talking about how I don't like arrows, but you know what? I can cut that off. It'll be fine. So I think I'm actually going to have that hang over. I thought I wanted the top because I didn't want anything stacked here, but I think I'm actually okay with it. I thought about putting it on the left, but I don't like it right above that lamppost. There's too much color there then. But I like this one because it lightens up this dead dark space there and then gives you, you know, it's clear it's in three places. You've got orange here, here, and here. For that one, I have decided I'm also going to stamp in there too, and I'm pulling this set. This is a Citrus Twist one, and I don't remember which kit this came with or if I bought it separately. Yeah, I'm not sure. Sorry about that. But I want to use this one that says Sweet Treat right there, and it just fits and will leave me enough room where I can snip off the edge and still fit in a staple if I want one. Okay, I have that stamped and adhered and ready to go. So now all I really need to do is to put the photo flip together. That usually goes pretty quickly. So I'm going to grab one of those and I'll be back. I actually decided to do one more thing. I had this little kind of orange tinted heart, and since the sign has the heart over the eye, I just replaced it with my own little heart there, and I love it because then it brings in that color even more. So now I will finish putting the flip together. This will be the top, this is what will show up here, and then this will go in the pocket. All right, here we go. So this one is all done and put together, so let's do some close-ups. So there's my top pocket. There's the middle one with the flip, and that's what it looks like when it's flipped up there. And then there's the bottom pocket. So another fun one done for Philly. Thanks for watching.